Good morning, Bob, and hello, Wisconsin. I am out front of the Sonotag this morning, where in just over an hour, emergency vehicles will be lighting up the street outside of the building, not for an emergency, but rather for a tribute to the memories of 9/11 and for first responders. Hi, Leanne. That's right. I am in Chippewa Falls on 52nd Avenue on the scene of a house fire here. Turning to the roads, they are covered in a layer of snow as well. And like Mike mentioned out in the patio, that snow is going to be wet, heavier, and a little bit thicker. If I pick up a pile here from the ground, you can see, like he mentioned, it's sticky. And because it's this consistency, it's going to make the roads a lot slushier. This farm in Menominee is one of the locations where the program was put into action. Fresh produce, like these apples here, are grown and harvested and sent out to food access sites across the area. Hey, good morning, Bob, and hello, Wisconsin. That's right, I'm just chilling with the pigs this morning in the Custer Coliseum as they are getting a little bit of a break before they get to be in a show tonight alongside some high schoolers from Chippewa County who are going to learn new skills to teach them how to show animals at the fair. Good morning, Bob, and happy Motivational Monday, Wisconsin. I am in River Prairie Park this morning where I am surrounded by yogis, close to 30 yogis out here to try to motivate you to push that goal to get active into the summertime season by doing some yoga in the park. I'm going full Badger today because the UW-Madison crew is stopping in Chippewa Falls to celebrate their 175th anniversary. They have a free, fun community event for everyone to come celebrate today. And I am here at the Country Jam Festival grounds this morning. I'm right by the main stage, as you can see behind me, and that's where country stars will be starting to perform tonight. And these seats behind me is where thousands of Country Jam goers will fill up the seats to make some new memories. Eau Claire residents are already brewing up creative ways to celebrate the spooky season. I'm outside of a Halloween display on Rush Street this morning, and I am joined here by Mitch Mitchell, the organizer of Spooktacular Displays, a Halloween decorating contest, to tell you how you can get in on the decorating fun. As you can see, I am at Destroying Alpacas this morning in Osseo, surrounded by 24 alpacas here. This is Aphrodite and Willow right by me having a snack. That's right, all aboard. I'm on the Chippewa River Trolley this morning, a trolley brought to Eau Claire by Volume 1 and the local store that people can now ride on and go on tours of Eau Claire. If you take a look to the right of me here, there is just a line of people. Some of them were camping out overnight, waiting in line for Costco's opening day. Others just joined here this morning. I am at Down to Earth Garden Center with my friend Stuart here, because they will be hosting a fall fest this weekend with the help of Outlaw Farms, so you will have the chance to celebrate fall and get to meet a lot of different animals. Many hands make light work, and it is busy season here at Eau Claire Floral, but luckily I'm not the only one helping out. They also have some firefighters to help deliver flowers on the 13th and 14th. Joining me this morning to tell me a little bit more about this partnership, I've got Jenny. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I love being here with you because I attempt to make something over here, and then I do like a quick turn my left, and you have like a beautiful arrangement. So very inspiring. Here at Feed My People Food Bank in Eau Claire, where on February 12th, this space will be turned into one where people can taste some beer and do some optional volunteering for a community event that will help youth in our community stay fed. Kona and I are in Carson Park right now, right over by Pine Pavilion this morning, because this is going to be the starting spot for the upcoming 30th annual Fido and Friends Fun K Run. I'm at the yoga room in Eau Claire, and if you can't tell, I'm all up in my yoga gear this morning because I'm going to learn a little bit of karma yoga. I'm at the Eau Claire Curling Club this morning, and I am on the ice. I was warming up a little bit this morning to prepare to do some curling myself, but before you see me do that, we're going to let the experts do it. If you are interested in becoming a volunteer to pedal a tri-saw or get out and experience the cycling without an age program, you'll be able to head to our website to sign up. Welcome to the first installation of a new segment here on Hello Wisconsin. It is called Motivational Monday. Each week I'll be covering a new topic to inspire. Spring election is 1 week from today, and the amount of money being spent to back the state Supreme Court candidates is a hot topic. Our top story this morning, President Trump speaking at the Capitol to a joint session of Congress last night, recapping his first 6 weeks in office and laying out his vision for the nation's future. Welcome back. Women's hockey is getting a lot of attention after Wisconsin won the national championship, but all those champions had to start somewhere, stepping onto the ice when they were just kids. Now let's focus on this beautiful Halloween charcuterie board here. Tell us about some of the different snacks you have on here. And warm temps have finally made a return, which means the gardening season is here. Joining me today to motivate us to get going on our growing, I've got UW South dietitian Miranda Roberts. A program that delivered millions of dollars of food grown by Wisconsin farmers to 254 food access sites across the state was canceled in the spring. Now the Wisconsin Farmers Union is shining a spotlight on the program's impact.
This was such a win-win program. This was fresh, healthy, sustainably produced food that was going to folks who needed it, that was connecting farmers to their community.
In May, the Wisconsin Farmers Union shared a new video series explaining the value of the Wisconsin Local Food Purchase Assistance Program following its cancellation in March.
Partners work with distributors and food access organizations to procure food from local farmers and deliver it to food access sites.
Lynn Coslino, the Director of Special Projects for the WFU, says the goal is to highlight the different aspects of LFPA and its positive impacts.
It was a program that ran for 2 years in Wisconsin. We're just wrapping it up now. And what it was it really set out to strengthen the agricultural supply chain. It concentrated on contracts with small farms.
This farm is one of the locations where the program was put into action. Produce like apples are grown and harvested here and transported here to the Stepping Stones of Dunn County, one of the food access sites in western Wisconsin. Rachel Henderson, the owner of Mary Dirty Face Farm in Menominee, says she was paid through the Wisconsin LFPA program to provide fresh fruit for food access sites, but the value of the program went beyond that.
It was a program that did start during the COVID era, but it also addressed needs that had very little to do with the pandemic. And I had been very hopeful that this was a program that people would really see the value in, that our lawmakers would realize creates economic activity in our communities that has long been needed.
Henderson says she was able to distribute over 130 bushels of apples to food service programs last year, but now that the program is discontinued, she's struggling to figure out what to do with the food they had allocated for the program. The pantry manager at the Stepping Stones of Dunn County says they are facing barriers as well and are pursuing different outlets to get fresh food.
We have shifted how we're trying to get produce this summer. We're relying more on our community. We are applying for different grant funding. We're at about 10% of where we were last year when we did have that funding.
WEAU reached out to the U.S. Department of Agriculture about the decision to cut the program and received a statement from a representative, which says in part, quote, in March 2025, under Secretary Rowland's leadership, states were provided nearly $1 billion specifically for local food purchasing. As of today, more than $255 million of those funds remain unspent. The Secretary encourages states to utilize these dollars for schools, charitable feeding organizations, and other programs that serve those in need. Specifically, Wisconsin has $911,653 in unspent LFPA funds. Coslino says Wisconsin knocked it out of the park when it came to utilizing the funds.
Some states hadn't gotten started or hadn't started moving food. So I just want to say that in response to like the food funds that are sitting there, we will spend all of our funds. We have moved $4.23 million of food into communities in 2 years.
And Wolf says Stepping Stones has used all of their available funding for the program and is still seeking new outlets for donations of fresh produce as they head into the summer. Nearly 2,000 dogs are putting their best paw forward for an annual Thanksgiving tradition, the National Dog Show. One of those star-studded canines resides right here in the Chippewa Valley. Today we'll meet a Tibetan Mastiff who may steal your heart and the show while motivating you to follow your dreams.
People are super excited. They always say, we watch that every Thanksgiving. We know a celebrity. They've asked him for his autograph.
Meet Azul, a 1-year-old, a black feather Tibetan Mastiff, American Kennel Club grand champion, and a total sweetheart.
Azul is very chill. He's very relaxed. As a breed, they're the cats of the dog world. So very independent, stubborn. They don't do something unless it makes sense to them.
Azul began his dog show journey when he was just a puppy, and now he's in the big leagues.
We got our first Tibetan Mastiffs a few years ago, and the breeder that we got him from had encouraged us to show, and we began doing that and had some fun and success and entered in a few different shows. And the National Dog Show is an exciting show that's on Thanksgiving Day, so we entered and went out there and competed. The results will be on Thanksgiving Day.
Nicholas Stamnow-Schneider, Azul's co-owner, says they traveled to Philadelphia, where the National Dog Show was taped, with the main show taking place on Saturday, November 16th.
The whole show is a 4-day show, with the main show being on Saturday. And so you start very early with the breed competitions. They select the best of breed. And then in the afternoon, they do all the group competitions, and that's what's televised.
Stefano Schneider says Azul's judged on how well he represents the breed and what the breed standard is, which means he needs to look his best. An extensive fur care routine helps with that. Do you guys actually groom him yourself?
We do. My husband and I do all of the grooming and brushing. We put him up on our grooming table about once a week and do a blowout and brush him out. He does hear from a lot of women, "We're jealous of your hair." The kids often say, "Is that a lion or is that a bear?"
As far as how well the Chippewa Valley Canine Club did,
Azul was best of breed, so he got to compete in the working group, which at the National Dog Show, a Tibetan Mastiff has never placed in the working group. And so you'll have to tune in this year to see if that changes.
days are for the girls at Wakanda Park in Menominee. Women come out in droves to paddle up for some friendly competition.
We had a very good pickleball ambassador in town, and they wanted to get some women to start playing pickleball because this is the fastest growing game. The two of us decided we'll just get a few friends together and start playing, and all of a sudden those friends got more friends and got more friends.
Laura Leckler is the co-coordinator of a clan of women with a love for pickleball, a group deemed the Court Cougars. And the clan is growing. Leckler said she started the group 3 years ago, and now there are between 70 and 80 active cats. As for age, it's just a number. Many of the players are retired.
I think we retired from our jobs. We're in this, our kids have left home. We're in this whole new world, and it's kind of like you're going back to the playground. I want to meet some friends. I want to do something new, and I'm going to show up. Is anyone going to play with me? The way that we are set up is you don't have to. You don't have to sign up to be here every week. You come, we draw cards, you have a different partner, you meet new people.
The group meets every week.
Court Cougars runs on Tuesday mornings from about 8:30 till 10:30, 11. So for the first hour, we draw cards. We have a deck of cards and we draw cards. So if you would draw like the ace of diamonds, you would play with the ace of hearts. And then after we play for 8-minute games, we time them so everyone gets done at the same time.
Although it's all fun and games, the claws do come out when it comes to battling for the title of Queen of the Court. The competition is a court rotation where the team that beats all the other opponents ends on court number 1, and it's titled Queen of the Court.
This is our mascot, she's fairly new to us. But what she is, whoever wins Queen of the Court gets her picture taken with our new mascot.
Oh, it's a pretty high honor to hold the mascot.
Lisa Reel, one of the Queens of the Court and an avid pickleball player, says the camaraderie of the game is what makes it enjoyable. And Howard says the relationships people form in the group are lasting.
The best part about it, I think, for a lot of these people is all the new friends they've made. And I know talking to some people here, they have their own group that they get together at different times and play and do things other than just pickleball.